Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tangent here on WildTangent YouTube. We are coming to you a few minutes late. We had a little bit of a computer restart, but this is for show 30, and it's for September 5th. We're back. We're here. We've got more stuff. Welcome, Baltimore.
We're here. Gene's here. Donna's here.
Gene's here.
Baltimore's
Donna,
here.
welcome, everybody. Sorry, we're running a little bit behind. I had like a mandatory PC update that was going on for 2 hours now, and it finally just finished. And Brooke, he uses a Tandy calculator as his laptop.
I'm gonna have to talk to someone about that.
It's so damn slow. We were trying to pull up YouTube. No wonder he never participates in reading the comments. I thought you were just not doing it.
Yeah, well,
can't even pull them up.
Now you know.
Yeah.
30 later.
Now we know for sure. Well, welcome, everybody. We're just getting into it. Yeah, like I said, we were running a little bit late. We had a pretty busy week, though. Did some PAX over the weekend after coming back from Gamescom. Did a little bit of everything, and we actually will be showing some of PAX. PAX was pretty exciting this year. You went down. We talked about this yesterday.
You went down a couple days.
Yeah,
I went down
pull up the video.
I went down on Monday. So
yeah, and you saw what Death Stranding's theater work and all that stuff.
Well, that's what I went down for Monday morning or whatever. But then I kind of hopped around a little bit and saw some other things when I was down there. But that was the main attraction.
Yeah, no, it was actually a pretty interesting little rundown. I thought it was they got really serious about nobody being able to have their phone out like towards the end of the weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess some of the footage leaked out.
Yeah, I had heard tangentially that there was this other video from, because they had first shown that off at Gamescom, and I had heard that there was this other thing, and then someone had phoned it at Gamescom.
Right, they actually pulled it down,
and I was just like, ugh.
They put it up when they recorded it while they were sitting.
And I personally wasn't gonna watch on some phone quality thing, and then when you and Scott were down we had talked on the phone briefly on Friday about some work stuff, and you were like, dude, like, it looks sick. And I was like, well, now I guess I have to go down and see it, right?
Kind of need to see it. Does anybody want to see that? Let's throw that up for the folks. I just want to make sure nobody's ears are going to be blown out by the audio. I think I have it down enough. But here, you guys can take a look at this was the show. PAX show floor.
Yeah, this was the show. If you didn't attend or aren't familiar with or hadn't seen because this takes place so this is down at the Washington State Convention Center.
Yep.
Over on like 6th or 7th?
It's on downtown. Pine and 7th.
7th, okay.
Yeah. And this is basically just some of the indie games we took a look at. Basically some of the, what were the other games? Obviously the booths, like the Borderlands 3 booth and the Devolver booth and stuff like that. It was just a montage of everything.
Yeah, one thing that's pretty cool about the show is that, over time, the scale of it has gotten, I remember when you and I were going back in, like, show 1, like PAX 1 and PAX 2. Now there's all types of stuff there. There's big games, there's small games, there's indie games. The publishers are there. Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft are there. You mentioned I should have brought the Borderlands mask in. I can't believe I
actually
don't have
Cameron asked you if you were going to wear that, but you can wear it when we do Borderlands 3 or whatever.
Oh, did he? Shoot, I apologize. I didn't even hear him ask me that.
No, he stopped in before you went.
Got it.
Before you came in.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a lot of this. What we were capturing video of was a lot of the indie games that you don't really get a chance to see unless you're closely following the show. So we went down and I had all the camera gear, kind of like what we did at Gamescom. Walked around, did some interviews, pulled shots of the show floor and the crowds and all of that stuff. So it was kind of nice.
It's because there's an influx in and out the door. I mean, what, 100,000
Yes,
people?
it is different, Donna, for sure. Sorry, what was that? Yeah, about 100,000.
Yeah, so it's it's a huge thing. This takes place on 3, 4 floors. There's surrounding parties kind of before, during, after. It takes place over 4 days. It even bleeds into the Monday.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So it's become quite a big show.
Yeah, we were looking even at the differences between like the Nintendo Switches. The new one coming being these colored ones, all one piece, kind of like a 2DS, almost in a way.
Yeah, smaller or lesser price point, kind of.
It's definitely a consumer mainstream show, but probably 50% of the show is made up of indie games. It's when you consider all the different floors and all the different games they're showing, and Red Bull puts on an indie booth and all of these things. And no buffering. Yeah, there shouldn't be any buffering on here. YouTube's actually pretty good for their live stream stuff. All the games showcased. Yeah, if that's the thing about it, we'd love to get a majority of these games coming. Some of them we will have, like Dave Dalek's Unrailed. That's going to be launching Monday, for example.
Sunday night, Monday morning.
There are certain games that we'll have, and then certain games that you're seeing in here are probably months off, if not a year off from now, that they're going to be hitting the market.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of this stuff.
This stuff is shown like a year or more in advance.
Oh, I mean, there's games at the show that have been known about that are there for their third, if not fourth year in a row type of thing, right?
That's true. So. Yep, it's really a big community thing, and it's all put on by, if you don't know, the Penny Arcade comic strip, or now it's a corporation,
which is a local thing.
Gabe
as well.
and Tycho. They were based here in Seattle, and they started this about 15 years ago.
Well, it used to be down the street from where we work in Bellevue. Yeah. And then it got so big.
Yeah. You're going to say two of the shows you guys do are probably the more mainstream. Yes, this show is more mainstream. Yes, not PAX. You're right. This where the Facebook show is more based on casual games. This is more based on kind of mainstream PC gaming, core games, things like that.
Right.
Capcom was there. All they really had was the big Monster Hunter display.
Yeah.
Borderlands, obviously. The mask, if they see that little guy there, he's got the guy kneeling, he's got the mask on that they were giving away. It's basically the mask that character on the backboard is wearing. Brooks has one of those.
It's like I'm almost tempted to go get it.
Save it for the big shows. But yeah, that's basically the show there. That was the end of it. Just thought you'd get a little bit of an idea of what the show looked like. And it happens in Seattle, which is local to us. We just go down the street. Mm-hmm. Do we ever leave the room? No. we do every once in a while, but our boss kicks us out of here.
I lobbied that they make this my office, so thank you for asking.
It honestly should be, because we do the studio stuff and everything in here. But that's PAX, like we said, it's local, so we enjoy that one.
We do a Game of Thrones things. I sit at the end of the table.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly, right at the end. So let's jump into they unlock the door at some point. Yeah. Let's do the news really quick here.
Sure, yeah.
One of the big things, another thing that happened, not PAX, not Gamescom, Nintendo decided on September 3rd to announce Nintendo Direct on September 4th.
Right.
So the next day they announced it, and this is basically, Nintendo Direct is kind of a replacement for the press events that Nintendo used to do.
Yep.
So they do it and they control it on their own, and they get the chance to essentially like show you all the games that they're going to be bringing out in the next quarter, or roughly any new announcements. Most of the big announcements come at around the June or E3 timeframe.
Yep.
This was more like, hey, we announced this. It's kind of like we did announce this, but here's some little details or some extra stuff we didn't talk about.
Yep.
So they kind of went through, and there was a couple big items. I mean, a lot of YouTubers, if you follow YouTubers, are going to be talking about Nintendo Direct because, that's big news and that gets them views. We were just bringing it up here because there was two items. we found interesting, not necessarily that it's mind-blowing, but we knew this was kind of new. This was the essentially announcement that Overwatch was going to be coming for the Switch.
Yeah, this had kind of leaked out in a funny way that PowerA had worked with Blizzard on a licensed Overwatch case, and people were like, "What?"
Yeah.
So
why would they make an Overwatch case for a Nintendo Switch?
There were some people that were like, "Overwatch is so popular, why not slap?"
Exactly.
And then some people kind of read into it, and it was like, was Tracer going to come to Smash?
Yep.
Was Overwatch going to come to Switch? So those were sort of the two going theories on what that case related to.
Yeah, and I think it would have been weird if like a character that wasn't on the platform came to Smash. Right. So obviously there were some things you could read into, and yeah, it just didn't make sense. But this one definitely makes sense bringing it. It looks like it's running well. There's some big games like Doom runs well on the Switch. Mm-hmm. They've shoehorned Witcher into it.
They somehow got Witcher on there, which I still kind of want to play.
Yeah.
I'd
like to just see what Witcher 3 looks like.
Yeah.
But they shoehorned that in there. They obviously have Skyrim on there, which is an older game, not as big of a deal. But Overwatch is going to be interesting to see how well it does. Now, does it suffer, are we going to see like people competing in esport events around the Switch version of Overwatch? Kind of seems hard to believe since there's really nothing around Fortnite on mobile, which, the Switch, it's more powerful than a mobile phone, but really, like, it's subpar in comparison to the big PCs that people use, and, I don't know if they can actually make that work.
They did announce that, so, voice chat does work, and you don't need to use the app. All you got to do is plug headphones into the Switch, and it just works.
Correct, yeah, it's kind of like the way they did Friday the 13th.
Right, yeah.
You don't need this... the online app that comes with your online Switch service that's on your phone, and it's ridiculous. The Switch, the small Switch, the Switch Lite or whatever, Switch Slim, I could see buying one. Howie wants one, so we're probably going to end up getting one.
Well,
as Voldemort was saying it.
I don't think we have a picture of it. They've got that slick little clamshell case that
we talked about that.
I wish they just would have built into it. It is.
It'll look. It makes sense. They had something similar we talked about for like PlayStation Portable, right? There was cases with like a building cover and all that stuff.
DS and 3DS had functionally built it in, and one of my favorite handhelds, Game Boy Advance SP, was kind of like Nintendo's foray into this clamshell thing. So I'm super picky about my phone screens, or just my screens in general. So I love this feature built into the case.
I think it'll be interesting to see now that you're getting the bigger games coming over for multiplayer, how much effort they put into their online service for this. There's probably going to be some. One of the things that they announced was to sweeten the deal to buy their online service, which is what, $19.99 a year.
I think it's $24.99.
Oh, it's went up to $24.
Oh gosh, maybe I could.
It was $19.99 last year for one person, but a family like up to 5 people, maybe, or 4 people could get it for $34.99. So what that gave you was the ability to play online, and then the ability to play like 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment system games.
20 for the year, 35.
35,
Sorry,
okay.
Not 25.
So to sweeten the deal this year on online, they added in... oops, I flipped a thing over. They added in Super Nintendo. So Super Nintendo, 20 titles they announced. All are going to be available today.
Yep.
And they had some good ones in there, like Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past.
Bunch of good games in there.
Super Mario World. Yeah. All the ones that you'd want. And they're making these little controllers here that are like the other ones that slide on like the Switch handles to charge.
Right.
And these are $29 a piece. I think that's what they're selling them for. So you'll be able to play on your TV with like your 16-bit like Super Nintendo controller, but it's wireless.
Right.
And be able to play like games if you have the online service for free, which is kind of nice. I mean, that's included, not for free, included in the annual fee.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of a nice feature here. I think I jumped over one. So we wanted to definitely talk about that. Next thing we wanted to talk about was the new bow. Well, not a bow. What is this thing?
We pulled
It
this
announced
in here.
today.
This was announced like right before the show started, and they're calling it a new experience, and tune in on September 12th. And it looks like some kind of quasi. There's some. If you watch the video, there's a lot of like fitness related activities or things where you move around. It kind of there's a little bit.
See the little Joy-Con hanging off the side here.
Conceptually there's a little bit of like the Labo stuff in here too, where it's kind of got you up and holding stuff or playing with it in unique ways. That's not just controller and lap.
Yeah,
right.
The video, there is a video, right?
Yeah,
showing
on
it.
their
So
YouTube.
you should be able to find it on Nintendo's YouTube and check it out. We didn't want to play the video because we always have problems with video on here, but it did look pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'll be curious to know more. My initial reaction to this was many years ago, they had showed this device that was a heart rate tracker.
Yeah, that was there's been a couple of these.
Yeah, this was the one that you like put your finger into and it clipped on.
Like the ones you get at the doctor now. They like stick it on your finger and it checks your heart rate. Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that that's this, but it seems like it's in that realm of Wii U had this angle to it where they were going to get into a wellness line of products that never fully came to fruition.
Yeah.
And now with the popularity of this, I can see that being a little more of something at least for them to have interest in.
Yeah.
Right.
It kind of seems like they're getting back into the waggle. You know, the Wii modes kind of like shake things. Now they're going to... Because essentially, I know this sounds hard. It's kind of weird to like articulate it, but they kind of combined everything. They smashed everything together into one unit, right?
Yep.
Their home console and their portable world. Mm-hmm. Now they fragmented it again. You now have a portable version and you have the home console version.
Yes.
They did that in one like failed swoop because the portable version, the Lite, you can't remove the Joy-Cons, so that means you can't use this device if that's how it's working, like we see the little Joy-Con hanging off here.
Well, even...
You have to still have the original one that's more like the console to make this thing work.
And the light one doesn't plug into the dock, so it doesn't plug into the TV.
Yeah, they say that they're going to be able to get around that. Like hackers people are going to come up with ways to make it.
I saw a third party already did.
But, like, they basically fractured it. They went back to, like, we have a console and we have a portable, which is really strange. Like, it's doing well. Like, we're not doubting it.
Oh.
But, yeah, they kind of, like, brought both together and now they're breaking it apart again. In a weird way.
Yeah, it's
and I've heard some people talking about it and they're like, no, they'll never do that again. Well, I think they are. I think they're going that direction.
I'll be really curious what they fully turn around and announce with this.
Because right there, that woman, she looks like she's pulling a bow kind of thing, but then we saw people that were pushing it together and like watch the video on their site, you'll kind of see like there was different ways that they were interacting with the device.
Right.
This little, band or new experience controller. We just thought that was interesting. Another thing that is going from old to new to old, well, I don't know, is if you do like Steam, everybody knows what this looks like. This is your library, right?
You must have a picture of the new one.
Yeah, this is your old one. The old one being the one that's been around for like 16 or 17 years. They've decided to do an upgrade. So starting mid-month,
17th,
I think
I saw,
it's gonna look like this. This is kind of your new Steam library, which does look really nice, refreshed. You get icons. You got like what's new. You got recent games. You got friendly activity. You've got night games. I don't know what that means. But you're going to be able to segment things and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
It kind of looks really nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Dios, welcome. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. It does remind you of a bow. Yeah, it did remind me of a bow too, Baltimore. But yeah, this is kind of the new look for Steam. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I think it'll be interesting to see how the layout looks. Everybody's kind of doing like, we were old, now we're new again, kind of we're bringing things back. And everybody's heard that from these guys too. What was old is now new again. And we've got World of Warcraft Classic hitting hard.
This is, yeah.
Looks a little like WT. Well, thank you, Donna. Our devs love to hear that. They've been updating all sorts of stuff. They were showing us some pretty cool stuff tonight, which I'm hoping we do actually push out. But World of Warcraft, if you hadn't followed this, there's about, 100 billion people playing this now because they used to play it when they were in 2001. 1999 or 2000 to 2001. Everybody loves it.
Yeah. Was it? I thought WoW was like 03, but 04?
It's probably like 03.
Okay,
yeah, I was joking.
yeah.
And there's not 100 billion people on the planet either, so I know I'm being salacious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I forget what is the number. A few million people have logged back in with their accounts to like go to WoW Classic.
I haven't actually seen. I haven't gone and looked.
It's a
for
lot.
number
It's
on
actually
it, but
considerable.
yeah.
The servers are so full that people are risking getting banned with like the little mouse movers so they don't get
clickers
logged out and
yeah,
clickers so that they
so
don't
they
have to
come
wait in the
back.
queue because it's like 4 hours long for some people to get in. And, we're kind of like, it's WoW.
Don't get
This
me.
is what it looks like now.
Don't get me.
04 is when it did.
Don't get me wrong. I played a tremendous amount of WoW or other MMOs. I didn't need to go back.
Yeah.
Personally, I had enough my first time around.
That's how I look at it. I mean, I this is when I played, and then our mutual friend Sarah, every Baltimore, mine, yours,
Right.
She dragged me back into play. Her and her husband dragged me back into play. WoW currently, which I just really didn't get into. It's it's just one of those games. I don't know. I played it when it looked like this. And I don't even feel like going back to play this, right? Like, it was a period in time where it was really brand new, like a 3D WoW. Like, EverQuest was there, but EverQuest just never looked great. And before that, everything was like 2D, and it was like Ultima Online for me. So, like, WoW was a step up. But I kind of left it at that and moved on, and never really played a lot of MMOs after that, but a little bit more into the indie scene and that stuff for me.
I have many a nights with 39 other people in WoW raids.
Yeah, you don't fit. Baltimore says he doesn't feel like he needs to go back either. So, and they've definitely made it easier. It's not like when you were talking about you played and like were raiding and it took like days and weeks to get people together to be able to pull through dungeons and that stuff. It sounds like people are blowing through like level 60 in like a day.
Yeah.
Or a couple days.
Yeah, there's a lot of quality of life stuff in there, is my understanding.
Yeah, it is a time sink.
So it's, I guess, what I credit WoW for most, if I'm gonna roll back into time, is I consider it most people's first investment game, like time investment.
Yeah, that's true. Where you could like sit there and gauge how much you played for how much you were spending, because it was a monthly fee.
Yeah, and it was kind of this thing where it was. Today you see these all over the place. You see, Division 2 or what's Ghost Recon Breakpoint or whatever.
Yep.
Ubisoft's trotting out now. That this was one of the. This was by no means the first, but this was kind of the first game that like. There was a point in time. Every single person I knew that played video games, all 30 of them, everybody played WoW.
Yeah.
Not like almost everyone played WoW at some point, right?
Yeah, and I mean that's how it was. It was really popular. New isn't always better. That's true, Donna. I mean it's not the most amazing. Let's just say this: it's not always the best thing to like really go flying forward and find all this. Like people love some of the classic stuff. Activision loves the classic stuff because it's actually, milking a franchise there. They actually get some money again from it because it had really it started falling off the cliff kind of in terms of like the amount of people that played 13 million at one point.
Yeah.
Down to like, 3 million or
4.
something like that. Yeah, it was pretty slow. So, speaking of the last bit of news, one more thing we've got, another franchise being milked is Gears 5 is coming out tomorrow? Is it tomorrow or is it tonight?
I thought it was 9/9.
I thought it was 9/9 as well. But
Yeah.
Dan's Gaming over at on Twitch, he had mentioned he was playing it. He was playing it today. So
Okay.
I don't know. He said he got it a day early. So it might be that if you're a if you're a member, you get like of Game Pass, then you get like advanced access, and then it goes on sale
Play this
99
weekend
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But Gears 5, big franchise. It's a fun one. So they're trying to get their money's worth out of that too. So
Yeah, you and I have played.
We've played a lot.
You and I have played some. I think you and Sarah have probably played more than you and I have, though.
Yeah, we went
of
through all of them. I think we played through. This was when I had my Twitch stream. We went through 1, 2, 3,
Right.
and I think we played 4 as well, and we did that with the Halo series. So
Right. Yeah.
some streamers got So Dan's Gaming got his early access.
Okay.
I know that today because he was playing it. Sans from Undertale. Oh, that would be interesting. I could see Sans in Dios. I could see Undertale. Have you ever played Undertale?
I'm familiar with Undertale.
You're familiar with it. So it's made by Toby Fox. I think that's the guy that made it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an amazing like indie developed narrative RPG game that's got all this really cool stuff in it and really interesting design and story and all of that. But Sans is a character in the game that you run into.
Yeah, well,
and that would be a pretty funny.
He got added into Smash, but he got added as a Mii costume. So he's in the game.
Yeah. He's not an actual character.
Yeah.
He's just he's like a outfit kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an interesting thing. I like it.
It's a fun way that they can kind of throw some nods to stuff.
Yep.
Without actually having to put the full investment of character design and licensing and all this stuff that goes with
It was
it.
interesting. So that's it for news. Let's jump out of that. We're gonna play some games. We got 2 games. We are gonna play Dying Light. Dying Light's gonna be at the last hour-ish of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But we are gonna play a little bit of Max Payne 3 because we did end up getting Rockstar and Take-Two and all of that. Now it's being sold on WildTangent, so you can buy those. But we wanted to play Max Payne 3 a little bit because that's kind of an underrated game. It's a good game, but it just really didn't get all the hype that the original 2 got. And then, there were so many other games, and GTA was doing really well, Grand Theft Auto. So I think it just kind of got passed over. Some people like it, some people don't. I mean, I've seen it go as cheap as like $4.
I bought this game
It was ridiculous.
brand new the night it released.
Yeah.
I liked it then for sure. Yeah.
So it's definitely a good game. And then we're going to do Dying Light because we talked about Dying Light 2 last week, and we did launch Dying Light when we were on the hiatus because I was at Gamescom on this show, so we wanted to actually bring that and play it here. And just because it's a really fun game. Monday, we do get access to Unrailed, so maybe Thursday next week we'll do like a stream where we play, some indie stuff.
We're kicking that around how to fit that in.
Yeah, because Unrailed is going to be a pretty cool game. It's kind of like Overcooked.
Yep.
Which people liked. So,
Yep.
Let's do this. I'm going to bring this up. You've got the controller. Brooks is going to play the first game.
Yeah, this is chronologically Max Payne 3. This is not made by Remedy. Remedy made the first 2 games, Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2. So this takes place after both of those games.
Yep.
You're passed through all the shenanigans. It still fits into this, the first 2 Max Payne games are pretty heavy noir, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Max Payne probably the inventor of bullet time, as far as I know.
I would have to say, the original
true-
Max Payne was the first game and that was done by Remedy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah.
Remedy, we were talking about earlier. That's another one we're going to save a game for, like towards the Halloween time frame.
We've got some stuff from Remedy.
Yeah, Remedy's. We're bringing some of their stuff, but Remedy makes Control,
which is what I'm playing personally right now outside of the office.
Yeah, which he's really enjoying.
Yeah.
And they do a great job. So they came up with some unique control and design and mechanics to games. So Max Payne 3 really built off of that.
Yeah, so it's interesting as you play this. One thing I very much notice is you can start to see Rockstar's technologies all blend together where
we've talked about this many times.
They would have they've had, Midnight Club for cars, and then they had what was the game for the hand-to-hand combat, and Max Payne as the grounds for shooting,
Yeah.
And then over time, you can see all that tech bleed into GTA 4, and then even further. Oh, yeah, that's how we're starting off here.
Yeah. A little bit of gore, a little bit of blood. There's some bad stuff. Max doesn't. Now, he's got a shaved head, too.
Oh, so, yeah, Max has been through some hard times between his wife and his kid and Mona Saxon 2, and yeah, he's
yeah, he's lost a lot in his life.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like this guy's lost a lot on his body. Yes, we are using that Baltimore for Dying Light, so my account. So if you're playing, we could probably try and bring you in on co-op if you want to try that. I don't know if that's why you were asking, but yeah, that's probably one of the reasons.
But this was
there he is. There's the Max that looks more friendly.
Yeah, I'm a super big fan of. I mean, the stories or like TV shows or books I tend to read tend to be a little darker in nature. So the noir stuff, or just in general, Max Payne always was super fit my speed.
Oh yeah, like Max Payne never had a good day in his life.
Yeah,
right. He started out as a young man, got older, drinks a lot now.
One thing that
always has somebody patting him on the back to go kill someone.
I really appreciate the way that you can see.
I'll go full screen. We'll do this.
The cutscenes transition into the gameplay, into these seamless one takes. It's not like cutscene, load screen, gameplay, load screen.
That's a good point, because this was one of the games that, well, they touted it as there are no loading screens in the game.
Right.
Yeah. Everything when you're doing it is loading. Yeah, the graphics in this one, Don, are pretty amazing. Even for this game being, it came out in 2013?
Yes.
I think it was 2013. So, I mean, you're talking about a game 7 years ago. They were 6 years ago. They were pretty advanced at that point. And as Brooks said, they don't have loading screens. If you let the game play out, you don't have loading screens. I think if you try to skip, then you do get caught up in some. It's kind of like Dead Space.
Yep.
Where they mask it with whatever's going on. And Rockstar, to Brooks' point, they do a thing where they build on technology. Every game that they make, they put a new piece of tech in. They learn how it works, they study it, and then they use that to build a whole new feature for the next big game. And they do that over and over again. And some things you'll see, like the character face design and all that here, I want to say, came from probably the table tennis game. Because that was the first game where they were doing the whole texture face animation on the fly kind of thing. So they were building on to, by their table tennis game, they built on to make this game, which made this other thing, which made Grand Theft Auto 5, which Grand Theft Auto 5's online is what Red Dead Online, not the greatest, is.
Sure.
They're just having a little bit of time getting cowboys and Indians into the future of online play. But, essentially, they try to build features on top of the next game and test things out. So,
yeah,
you'll notice that with every Rockstar game they do that.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly, I mean, they have the luxury that they're successful enough that they really get to take their time with stuff and really craft stuff. So even though now it's been, I don't want to say that they don't release stuff, because now these releases it's not just one or two platforms like back in the day. It's like 4 or 5, GTA 5 is what? Like 360, PS3, PC, Xbox One.
Yeah, GTA 5 came out about a year later. Wasn't it 2014, 2015 when it came out?
Yeah.
And, essentially also, as Brooks said, they have plenty of freedom because they make so much money. And they have, a lot of backers. And, they might spend $500 million on development, but the games make $1.5 billion over the lifetime, and I think even more for GTA 5 now online. But they treat it like a movie, and you can kind of see that in the presentation here. It's like the introduction of a movie. They go that deep. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, even because we all played Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's in every way, it's this grand, epic Western that you get to
go where and do whatever you want.
Right, yeah.
Right? Like there's no like structure. Like you can do anything. You can just go and fish all day if you want, which is kind of cool. Although that's not really why you'd want to play it, but. And I think we're getting a nice solid 60 frames a second on this thing. So there's the bullet time. We started at the beginning on this one. I think most of us played it on console, that's why. Since we're playing on PC, nobody had to save, but like I played it on 360. Baltimore played it on 360. You said, I believe you probably played it on 360.
Yeah, what?
Or PS3 maybe, one of the two. But this one, I believe we've got both the season pass and the game installed right now.
That was the boss lady.
The game you can buy just the game if you like that, or you can buy the season pass, you know, with it, or you know, it's really up to you. But the main game is pretty solid.
And I believe there's a third one where there's also Max Payne 3 Complete where you just buy it.
Where you get it all together.
Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, there was no load screen. We just transitioned from cutscene of story / movie to now we're running around.
Yep. Yeah, they did a. I mean, considering what everybody else was doing in 2013, they did like some impressive stuff. Yeah, there's tons of collectibles, a lot of that stuff. I mean, the story gets, as we were talking, the story gets progressively more dark as you go along. Max changes a lot during that time, so what is he? He's like a hired gun for mobsters now, or something. Like
he's at this point in Max's life, he's a bodyguard.
Oh, thank you,
Out
Bob.
on one of the
Yeah, he's a bodyguard.
He
He was a policeman in New York City originally. That's what it started off. He was a cop in New York
Yes.
City in Max Payne 1
Yep.
and 2, and then he kind of like made his way out of that business. I'm actually trying to pull something up here.
Sooner or later, I'd have to go out there and see what was
I
happening.
just wanted to verify that I'm even correct in the time frame, because I'm pretty sure that we are right. 2012 is when this came out.
when this came out.
So
Okay.
7 years ago this game came out. It is quite impressive.
So then, if that's the case, I would have played this on PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid! Don't be stupid! Let it go! Let it go! Come on!
It
I
might have
don't
been
think you're getting out of
stupidity,
this.
drunkenness, or maybe both. But before I knew it, I was back taking insane risks, trying to save fallen women.
Yep, time to go.
Here we go.
Time to go.
Little bullet time.
My aim was better than that, but that's fine. I was aiming
I
for
was gonna say you went for the big like mass area shot, right? That's what they teach you in the
Need a hand?
law enforcement.
But yeah, right back into cutscene. You've got you've got the writing, you've got the story. I mean, I think you and I probably at this point, I can't think of the last Rockstar game that came out that I didn't buy. Right?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's ever been one that I haven't
Right.
bought. I buy pretty much everything they make.
You know, and
I
it's
imagined
funny
the
because
other
people,
doors opening to a firing squad
even
of
some people that we know, asked. They were like,
as I could see.
"You're like really into this Red Dead Redemption thing," because I really don't like period pieces or westerns. But it's just
That's a good point,
It's
yeah.
just a testament to how good these games are.
How well they made the games. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. Bring back memories of Wolfenstein. Yeah, Wolfenstein. I mean, you should, if you haven't seen it. We played, Donna. So we played Wolfenstein. What, in April?
Yep.
The first week that our new bosses were here. And we played like the latest version on the stream. You can always go back and check them. I mean, we've got all these, basically all the weekly tangent shows are in one playlist. But I mean, Wolfenstein has really aged well because it looks it looks better than this. It's first person, but it looks amazing. So, they've taken a lot of companies that have these big franchises, they make some amazing stuff with them. Like, they don't let them sit dormant. Well, some they do. There's some franchises that get lost and either they didn't do well on their last game, or they don't make a lot of money, or
Or they're just waiting to make Manhunt 3.
Yeah, exactly. There's just some
secretly.
things that they just don't bring forward.
Maybe I still had a
listening.
shot.
Yeah, we did a whole episode.
Rodrigo
We
was
played.
too rich
We
for
showed
us
at least
to
every
throw away.
Wolfenstein game in that episode.
We
And then we played the most recent one, which was not like the cyber
As much as I did.
sister one of Wolfenstein 2. We played Wolfenstein 2. I think.
we played the one where you got the dude in the wheelchair.
That was Wolfenstein New Order. That's the one we
That's
played.
the one we played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, Miguel. You're at the airport, I take it. Miguel joined chat. Yeah, this is we were just talking about. This is the game that really started bullet time in video games.
The control box was on the wall. To the
Well,
left.
this is the franchise that started bullet time.
I even believe, as far as I know, this even came out before The Matrix did.
It did.
Yeah.
Well, Max Payne 1, yeah.
Yeah, so as far as
That
I
was
know,
on PC in 95,
Yeah, so
right?
So as far as I'm concerned, Max Payne and Remedy invented bullet time. I'm not.
I think you're really close in that, because that sounds about right. Let's see, Max Payne, the original Max Payne.
The great thing about
Well,
being famous is
it says
when
2001
you
here.
guys know who to kidnap. Dragging
I don't
Congo
believe
along
that's.
slowed
I believe
them
that's maybe when
down, but not
Steam.
much.
Hell no,
I could be wrong about this.
it might be 2000. It just doesn't seem right. I gotta go to Wikipedia. We'll ask Wikipedia when it came out, because I want to say that you're close on that. When was The Matrix? 1999.
99.
This was 2001. So yeah, The Matrix made it first.
It did.
Yes.
Okay.
I, for some reason, thought this game came out in the 90s, like the original Max Payne. But then you think about it, no, it wouldn't have, because Doom was like 93. And there was a big leap between like what Doom looked like and what
Right.
this
Yeah,
looks like. So
right.
yeah, who knows? The 90s, there was a lot of good games coming out, but yeah, no, we didn't get a chance to see Max Payne actually until 2001. So it would have been a year after, roughly a year, 2 years after Matrix came out. Manhunt 3, yeah, we do need Manhunt 3. We have Manhunt on the. Do we have Manhunt 2? No, just Manhunt.
No.
Just Manhunt 1. on the
Manhunt
service.
2 is like the game Rockstar doesn't really want to.
They don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Warriors and Manhunt 2 for some reson. I know the Warriors is a license issue, but
And I don't know why, because I actually like Manhunt 2 as
Yeah.
well. Both those games were great.
yeah, they were really good.
You're okay.
They were not bad.
Yeah. Come on, get up.
I even played it on PSP, where you got to play the A version.
Come with me.
Because
Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Uh-huh.
that's really funny. I forgot that
Yeah.
that actually was on PSP.
I got because I had the game, but you could go through and people had figured out a way that if you had the little UMD, is that what they were called?
I think it was. Yes,
U-
the little disc.
The UMD, you
Yeah.
could put it into your PC and rip off the filter that just straight up made the game A, as it was a
So you could you had to bust it out of the case and stick it in your drive?
Oh, there was like a little USB connector thing.
Oh, okay. They made
Yeah.
like an actual UMD reader.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I was like, I've had them break apart by just age, and I was like, yeah, it's just like a flimsy. It's not even like a. They're not even as thick as a DVD or anything.
No.
It's like a really flimsy like
Yeah.
disc, like almost like a media. What do they call those? Media disc. They were called MDs. Remember, Sony made them. They were like the media disc.
There's a reason that they had that hard.
They were in like a little
plastic around
shell.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
originally
you could actually rip the game.
I've played Manhunt.
I mean, I
2.
know that these are all available on.
Well, sure,
The ROMs are all
right.
available on the internet, so you can find them looking around.
But yeah, because at the time it was originally announced as an A game,
Yes,
and then there was the no stores wanted to sell it, so they were like,
the adult.
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's right.
And then, but the internet was like, sorry,
Back
Yeah,
home,
we're
it was
not
We're gonna have to have
we're
that.
not doing it that way.
Yeah. That's where, like, most of those AO games, you find them
Uh huh.
as ROMs now, like Thrill Kill, Manhunt 2. There's a few other ones that are out there that you have to go search around for the actual, like, ROM. Yeah, Max became a hard drinker in life. Right in the sink.
Yeah.
And with that,
It's not his
I guess
place.
I was ready for bed.
That is water. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah. That's...
It's not feeling very well.
Yep. Time to go to bed.
Yeah, this is after, yeah, so his family's not really here anymore.
Oh yeah, floppy disk. I remember like buying games, Donna, and you would have like 12 floppy disks you had to install. It was like a night. It was a whole night event just to install the game into your
Ferrying the boss's
computer.
broad and his dipshit of a brother out for the night so they could recover from their brush with mortality. Then
Yeah, Max
again,
just
what
jumps.
did
I mean,
expect?
look at the life he lives. He gets to go hang around with everybody. He gets to jump on helicopters.
Yeah?
Fabiana had brought her sister.
It's like he works at WildTangent.
presumably so she could show off just how rich and empty her
Well, maybe
life
not so
was.
much.
Who told you what I was doing when
Exactly,
you were gone?
man.
Rich and empty.
I think you have like a little bit of fun.
And then you get to this. I think they're going to what, a club? That's the next part. That
Yeah,
you're
so
going to.
so it starts off as you're a bodyguard for some rich snob or whatever, right? And then it turns into a vast conspiracy that you're unraveling.
Yeah,
right.
that's what it is.
So it's not just like drinking and hanging out with.
No, it goes deeper and deeper. They're
Yeah.
basically teaching you all the mechanics in the
Right.
game and everything in the beginning. Donna said, so he never got hit by a bullet. Well, he's pretty good at dodging bullets, but he has been shot in the other games. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
In the storylines. I think he gets pretty
Oh, yeah.
beat up in this one, too.
Well, even in game 2, Mona. I mean, this isn't a spoiler because this is like the start of the game.
Yeah.
Mona's dead and then not. So.
Yeah, Mona, what was his agent
Sachs
or whatever?
was well.
Like the person that like gave him his jobs and stuff like that, or am I thinking
In
of it
2, Mona's like his lover or whatever.
Okay.
After
Okay.
his wife's not here anymore.
I thought she was like the operator or whatever for like the police bureau. I forget how they met up. It's been a long time.
You know what? I could be misremembering this. I think you might be right.
But then I think in 2, yeah, they found love and all that stuff, and his wife was out of the picture, so conveniently that works out. for video game, logic, it works out just fine. Nobody's ever that sad.
Yeah, so Donna, if you're familiar, Max is like, if you've ever seen the show 24 with Jack Bauer, that's kind of how Max operates. He just sort of gets up and keeps going.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's true. That's
Got
true.
hit by a bullet, whatever. Got hit by a car, whatever. Got hit by a helicopter, whatever.
Yep, you just keep moving. He never has to. He's got pretty good resilience in video games.
Yep.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Oh, here comes the club owner.
My God, Egypt, that's so beautiful. You know,
Oh boy, pushing people out. I think we're probably gonna go until maybe the scene ends, and then we'll start to jump over to Dying Light. So we definitely wanted to give it a little bit of time and talk a little bit about the game. We'll start a little bit further into Dying Light, which is a kind of zombie apocalypse,
It's an
open world
open world
parkour game.
melee focused. There's some RPG elements. I'm trying to stitch together how long.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
acronym would be for this one.
It's a long one, but it's got a lot of different things. Yeah, this place does get trashed. Yeah, they get a little bit of a war going on inside.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're playing, like when I was playing this, I'm sitting there like lights off, TV on, headphones blasted. It's like an experience.
It is an
when you're
experience,
playing
yes.
this.
Yeah, you definitely got to have like headphones on and all that stuff to play this game because the light show, the music, all that stuff that's going
yeah.
on, it's pretty impressive. So I think think I'll do it for now. We can jump over. Let's jump over to Dying Light. All right, there we go. So let's. You gonna close that down?
Yeah, I was going to. What is that?
Thanks for the spoiler, Gene. Which one was that?
No, I think he was talking to Baltimore.
Oh,
it was
gotcha.
like something's about to go down. There we go. Now I can get to the menu. But yeah, it's a really fun game.
Yeah, I do. Max Payne. I don't know. I just felt like it never really got. Max Payne 3 didn't get like the same love that all the other Rockstar games have gotten. I don't know why, but it just seems like that. Welcome, Fixstar. How are you? Let's see. We are going to jump over here. Let me start up the other one.
But yeah, Dying Light. So we talked about this a little bit last week. This was when this game came out, we had played a game previously that is somewhat similar called Dead Island.
It's actually from the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're familiar with Dead Island 2, still not coming out. Still promised to come out.
Yeah, they still say it's coming. Oh, I should be flipping this over.
Dead Island dropped you onto an island full of zombies, and the game was very much build weapons and kind of melee focused.
Yeah.
This game ratcheted up that concept, and it's got you on a giant. You're kind of dropped into a giant city. Things have gone completely awry. There's no government at the local level.
What is this city? Panau? Panoi? Panau?
Yeah.
We may have to do some like Wikipedia searching for me here.
Previously unknown pathogen.
I think it's
It is
Panau.
not yet clear what
Let's say it's Asia Pacific.
Ministry of Defense
Okay.
South Asia, Southeast Asia Pacific area region.
Haran.
Haran. Panau was in Dead Island then.
That must have been what it was.
Yeah, they are very close in terms of the games. Essentially, the company that made this game made Dead Island and Dead Island 2, and then they lost the name.
Techland.
And if so,
Well, Techland lost the rights to Dead Island to Deep Silver. So Deep Silver now owns that, and that's why they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to be bringing out Dead Island 2." In the meantime, Techland took the exact same tech, the exact same look and feel, added some extra components into it, and they made Dying Light. So, and they basically made it in spite of the other guys. They're basically losing their license to Dead Island. So.
Yeah, this is because this came out this had to have come out in like 2015. That I have played.
Dying Light?
Dying Light, yeah.
Is it that old? 16?
Yeah,
It is 2015.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
And this was very much it took that concept of Dead Island and just ratcheted everything up. So parkour is now a big thing in the game. So it plays relatively quickly. It's still got the weapon building. You're in this area. There's been basically a viral outbreak, so there's still zombies around. And then it added a fun hook to it where there's a day-night cycle.
Yeah. And the zombies change. Basically, aggression changes between like night. They're super aggressive and they got like red eyes.
Yeah.
And in the daytime, they're kind of shambling. They don't run after you kind of thing. They kind of shamble after you.
Yeah, so during the day, there's more generic zombies, and it's easier to see where you're going.
Yep.
But at night, it's the flip. So you've got, and there's certain things you can.
Full screen this for a bit.
There's certain things you can do during the day, and only certain things you can do during the night. And there's certain materials and parts that basically you can farm during these cycles. So it's kind of a risk reward of like, I can go out at night where there's not that many zombies, and if I'm quiet, I'll be good. But when terror strikes.
Yeah, exactly.
So
go on map. Let's see, where do we need to kind of go here? Okay, so these are the green are our safe zones.
Yep.
The red are the clear areas where we have to clear. And then we've got airdrops coming down. So there's a lot of things that happen in the game constantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? The game has tons of stuff. Let's see. Let's go report to. That's where we're at?
Yeah, you're going to
We
the
want to go
orange.
over here.
Yep.
Which I think it kind of, we just keep that. It's got a nice way to track. We'll put a blue marker on there anyhow. But you can see there's not a big HUD. So it's pretty cool. You get a chance to see like basically everything that goes on in the game without having to stare at a life bar or anything like that. You can kind of like do parkour and hop up onto stuff. Send you an invite. Yeah, let me do that, Baltimore. So we'll do some. Give me a sec here. Let me get us off this bridge.
They also did a really good job supporting this game.
Yeah.
Post-release. And it wasn't just like we made a couple DLCs for sale. Like, as of still recently, this game is still actively supported.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, they just did the enhanced edition, which is one that we have, and that has all the DLC included. So we'll use that. Let's see here. Can I invite you? I think we may have to go to the other screen.
And while you click do that, this game also had something that we were pretty big fans of. That there was a mobile game that came out with this.
Yes.
In the mobile game, what it allowed you to do was when you were at work or commuting or traveling or not playing, you kind of had this small subset, this small mini game to play of. You'd collect survivors and send them out and bring stuff back.
Yep.
But once they came back, you could take things from the mobile game and transfer them to the main game. So while you were at work,
I don't have that. Keep going. Sorry.
grabbing XP and grabbing items.
Just one sec here.
You could then you could send that back home, and when you logged in, there would be your packages from the mobile phone game.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was one thing that I was going to bring up was
Yeah.
the mobile component, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And these packages would give you like extra resources because it's all about like finding enough resources in the game to craft healing items,
Yep.
weapons. I forget all the other aspects of it, but the mobile game, you'd sit there and play it on your smartphone.
Yes.
And then after about a day of sending people out on missions, which you were basically sending like these characters on missions that you didn't have to battle with or anything. You just send them out, and as long as they had a high enough skill level, they would complete the mission, come back.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sorry, we have to enable one thing. That's what I'm doing here, folks, real fast.
And,
I thought it was already, though.
because we've played through this quite a bit on co-op. I've actually played through this a couple times in full. And this is one of those games.
Yeah, I want to say that I played through it all the way, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the games that we're really looking forward to the second one of, and to touch just briefly on last week's kind of video news. The second game just looks phenomenal.
Yeah, we showed it last week on the channel.
Yeah.
On here, on the show. I don't see where this is an option for
What were you
some
trying
reason.
to get to?
I have to enable the overlay. And for whatever reason, I have to enable the overlay. I think because, let's just see if I can invite Baltimore. Because I don't see the option like that it's turned off. It looks like it's turned on, is what I'm saying. Unless it's over here. Preferences. Sorry, this is not something we normally do, but it's kind of an interesting game because you can play multiplayer, and that's what we're trying to show with Baltimore and the...
Yeah, well, the especially cool thing is it's not just like multiplayer
Oh, there it
PvP
is.
or multiplayer. You can play parts of the game. This is like you can beginning to end play the entire story, like with a friend.
Yes, you can. Okay, so I may have to restart this really fast.
Okay.
Sorry. Let's quit out of there. we're going to restart the game because it needed a component that was turned off. Normally, since we use my Steam account, we try to turn off anything that's going to be notifying or throwing stuff up on the screen.
Mid-game, yeah.
Mid-game, and people, obviously. So let's give this a try again. So we're going to relaunch it. Should be enabled. And then we should be able to have Baltimore join us in co-op. Let's see. Yep. Okay, now we've got it.
Cool.
Okay, sorry. Reboot here real fast. There we go.
And in the new one, if you've watched the video, or even if you haven't, this game you could play with a couple people. The new one you can play with like 4 or 6.
Yeah, it's not an instance based where like people can just join in the world and like attack. Because this one had a thing where you could send like zombie hordes in or some kind of component to it external to that.
They've been
the standard co-op.
They've been a little tight-lipped about how multiplayer is going to work, even as far as story and decision. So I fully suspect there will be some sort of let's go mess with people mode.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You know,
I'm pretty sure they're going to have something crafty like up their sleeve for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just going to start basically back where we were, but we'll invite Baltimore and see if he can't join in. Now, we won't have voice chat. Like, we couldn't hear him if he was talking. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to be running kind of around together in the same area. But we'll do some of the missions, things like that, kind of show off the world. It, like Brooks had pointed out, it is open world. So you can kind of go do whatever you want in the game as you play. There are missions to get further into the game, but you can go run around just causing havoc. And,
there were nights we played where I don't think
we never got
story mission got done.
Yeah, they were pretty fun. Okay, now let's see. So we should be able to go into the options. There we go. We're in a different area. Matchmaking. Actually, no. Invite. And this is where controller comes in. There we go. So now let's see. We should see him show up if he got the invite in the list where over this area. And like Brooks said, you can have 4 people doing co-op, and then there's this zombie invasion enabled. So like, I believe they can send.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Zombies into the area. I think we can play while we're waiting on.
I played this, and by the time I had kind of gotten my fill a couple times through, they have released a tremendous amount of both content and updates for this. So there's a lot in this I'm not necessarily familiar with.
And this is about the best that it's going to look. I mean, this is probably on the highest settings within the game. Now, the only thing it's not is 4K, because we're not broadcasting in 4K.
Right.
But this is high definition, all settings on max. So this thing looks really good. Oh, the game is really good. Yeah, Gene. It's definitely a fun one.
Did they?
I'm gonna make my way.
Can
down.
you go get this for the current consoles too?
Yes,
you can.
Yep. They make it for, and I think it's the enhanced edition that you buy. We're gonna hop this fence here. This is a kind of like this is basically a survivor. What would you call this? A survivor site, a survivor camp,
something like that.
Where these people are fine. Oh, I thought didn't I have it as friends only? Let's fix that. I thought I did that change. Well, let's just do public. Maybe we'll get some. Well, no, I don't want that. You get public, you get some people just dropping in at frequency of competition, vax cure. Yeah, everything should be. Everything should be there. It would be amazing. There's some games that we've seen in 4K that look really fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in Steam, not the game? Really? Hold on one more second. We'll try it one more time. If we can't, we're just going to continue forward in single player, but we'll give it a shot here. I don't know why. It's probably going to be this setting. Just trying to see if there's any setting here that's going to keep it.
Well, because we were playing, me and you and Scott played Raft here a couple weekends ago.
Yeah, it
and
was fine.
I was able to just join like that.
And I didn't change anything. As far as I know. Unless I'm... No, I'm online. Let's do this one more time. Invited to lobby. Yeah, it's weird, Baltimore. From everything that we're seeing, you should be able to join right in. You know what? It might be because we're on WildTangent's network. I have had issues in the past with Steam trying to matchmake or do anything.
You're on Corp right
I'm
now.
on Corp.
Got it. Okay.
I bet that's why it is. Well, it says that it doesn't. He's saying it doesn't even show me playing the game. I think what it could be is that because we're on our corporate network, it has an issue with the server.
We had a similar thing in Redmond as well.
Yeah, Redmond it would do this. Because everything on our end shows it's fine, but I think it's kind of stopping us from the firewall we're behind is not set up to open this up the correct way. Because yeah, everything is hidden because of a privacy setting. Where would that setting be?
So do you have that I crossed out right under your name?
I know, it's saying that there's an issue with the settings, so privacy account details. We normally don't like to do this during the show because this is always awkward. I'm going to probably just go ahead and show the game because it's whatever it is, it's something that I'm not... it's probably something that Steam's thrown on there when they did an update. And I don't know where the setting is for the privacy part. Yeah. I don't see it now. So we're just going to play... Sorry, Baltimore. We're just going to keep playing it single player because I don't know what it is, but there's obviously something that they turned on because Brooks and I and Scott played just a couple weeks ago, and I didn't change anything. So, yeah, it's weird. I don't know. But the game can be played 4-player. We were just talking about that. So now what we'll do is just continue on playing. Let's see here. So we need to go onto a quest. So where are we right now on the map? So she's right there. Whoever we're reporting to. So a lot of it's quest-based. And can I throw a HUD up at all? It would actually make it nice and easy. Game... I have the HUD hidden. There we go. Because that's how I like to play the game. But it does make it easier when you're trying to actually do something. Like, you know, do a quest or work on a project or something of that nature. Okay, this might be the guy we need to go with. Yeah, no, Baltimore, it's not a problem, man. It was on my end. I don't know what their setting is. We will figure it out. We have so many maximum immersion. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the one thing I like to do on, and this is separate from here, I make my own channels, things like that, is make these videos where it's like different scenes, where it's like viewpoints within video games, things like that, do recordings for like hours, let it run. And so we need to get power cables. And by doing that, you have to turn off HUDs a lot of the time to make it look the best. So I end up turning them off in most games, and then I just end up playing them that way.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's a pretty common thing that
We're going to go after some of these.
since the advent of photo mode on a lot of these platforms,
yeah.
that became a thing where people would want to take pictures of their settings. And, I mean, these games started looking so good that they would take the pictures and they'd be like, ugh, we don't want the mini map, or we don't want the
you don't want to have like any of the...
or whatever it is.
Health points or anything like that. You can kind of see the whole city is... pretty messed up.
Everywhere you see in this,
You can
I
go,
believe you can go.
Yeah,
if I
except like
recall.
those high hill mountain things off in the distance, some of it. But I mean, majority of the city, or most of all of the city, you can go to.
Yeah, at some point, I'm not sure if you have it yet, but you do get a grappling hook that really lets you start flinging yourself around.
I don't think that I have the grappling
Not
hook
quite,
yet.
okay.
Yeah. You can jump into these trash piles, right? Yeah. They're like you can drop from, like the Assassin's Creed haystacks.
And yeah.
Where are we at? It wants us to go up here. Can I get up there? No, I need to go this way. So a lot of it, well, not a lot of it, but some of it is parkour.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be able to like run and jump to spots, and I'm looking for the spot on this one. I think it's actually this area to that area.
Well, and then as you're building your character, you can also spec into things. So it's like, do you want run speed? Do you want jump? Do you want lock picking? And that'll give you kind of various ways that you can approach. So like right now...
Oh, can I jump up there? No.
No.
I have to find the way up here. It's probably on this side of the building. You can actually scale the buildings too.
I think you can also go inside.
Yeah. There we go. We'll just scale up this way.
There you go.
Yep. And we're looking for a power kit. It's probably in this tool chest. Is it? No. Not there.
I think you might be...
Is it in the building
I think you might be
underneath?
ground floor in it, yeah, and working your way through the building.
Yeah, you might be right. I was thinking like, oh, it's going to be right here. Those zombies are kind of waiting for me. We don't want to mess with them too much, but they're not actually that difficult right now because it's daytime. I don't see a way to get in there. But it's pointing... Oh, here's the door. Psh, never mind. Never mind. We're outside trying to jump around. Here's the door. Actually, let's close that because they're still out there.
Mm-hmm.
And... Oh, it's right in here. No. Still nothing. Oh, maybe it's downstairs. It is actually telling us it's downstairs because the map had an arrow pointing down. Power cable. Is it in there? Lockpicks needed. I don't have a lockpick. Okay, we gotta go.
What's to your left? If you spin back around.
Plastic. Oop.
Like what's right under the stairs?
Hold on. Let me just grab everything that was here. No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, it kind of seems to look... It's in this area, but... Well, now it's saying it's go up.
Duct tape.
Is it saying to go up again?
No, now it's telling you to go back down.
Oh, it is saying to go back there. So it's in that little room there. So let's go to the next location. I know, that door just jumped out of nowhere. Look at these guys. Ooh. Stay down. All right, let's go to the next location. Here we can full screen it too. Sorry. The game looks better than we do. There we go. We'll try the next location. We didn't have the lockpick, and probably that's because I was probably doing something prior to taking on this task. Because you usually find like a lot of resources in the game. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's usually got you, it's constantly like you'll pick up resources and tools, and then you kind of have to decide if you want to use them, if you want to save them, if you want to see what's in the next room.
Yeah.
Is there a way into the room without the tools, right? So you've kind of, it's always this constant juggle of like, I've got health, I have tools. It's still daylight. Do I want to keep going? Do I want to turn back and be safe? Do I want to drop myself?
Yeah, sometimes it's a risk and reward kind of scenario.
So you're always constantly kind of juggling as you're playing through the game.
It's down there. Uh-oh. See, now that's a bigger boss, or not a boss, but a bigger enemy. You can see he's got a big club. He's probably waiting for me to make the wrong move. Tons of enemies. And he's guarding what we need right now.
That hammer's about to break on you, too.
Yeah. Okay. Power cable. We're out of here. So we got one of them. All right. We only need
8 more.
8 more. Whoa. Hey, nope. Everybody wants to give you a hug.
And your health, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I play it pretty. Look at that thing. That's a bus. I play it pretty. Oh, actually, was there more than one down there? There might have been. Let's hop back over. Because it's still saying there's something down there, and it could be because there was more than there was. There was more than one here. Ooh, we're gonna die. We died. We were being greedy. All right, Dios. Have a good night. All right, let's jump back in. Brooks made a good point. The health was down. Okay. Basically, when you die, you start at a safe house within the area. And then you got to figure your way out of it. So this one is up on the roof. I wonder if we kept our power cables. I would think so.
You do. You have 2 of 10.
Okay. I picked up a third one there, but
you lost survivor points.
Ooh.
Sorry about that. And I'm spacing on what those
aren't those the upgrades?
It says you lost 1,800 of them, so maybe it was XP.
Could have been. I didn't sneak packs this guy. Oh. Oh. Is there still saying there's some there? No, it's saying they're above me now. Oh, it's probably because it was just down here. They're above me. Oh, there's a whole box of them. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, we can't be too greedy here.
Is this the only weapon you have?
No, I should have a few other ones. Let's see. I got like a spear. And I got like an old pipe.
That's a spear, not a blade.
I think it's a spear. Let's see here. Ooh. No. No. We're in the wrong area. There's groups of zombies. You can get good at this and traverse a lot better than I am right now. Oh, we're back to this area, aren't we? So it's like this area or nothing. I don't think I have any lockpicks. And I have 5 of the 10 cables needed. You can craft in this, right?
You can craft, but it's like items and like things to use.
And I can't craft any of the...
No.
You've got to come across lockpicks, okay. How many times? Yeah, you can die all the... It's basically an open world, as Baltimore said. It's unlimited. It just takes things away from you, essentially. So I guess we're going to have to go back over to where we were. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. And you can even vault over zombies. I forgot that.
Oh, you even get skills where you
I
can
have some of
vault
these.
and then you can do things in the air.
We're going to have to go back to the same area. Do we have any health? I don't think I do.
Nope.
I have nothing
no
right
health
now.
packs.
Okay. And you, what is it? When you sleep, you actually can up, your health comes back. If you don't have health packs. The big guy's still there. Peekaboo, peekaboo. I kind of wanted him to move away. Follow me. Follow me. Just get a conga line of these zombies. They all move fairly slowly. They do lunge.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
that's how they've got me most of the time.
It's
but
not until night when you get the really wicked ones that'll just really hunt you down, or the ones that are even faster than you are.
Yep. Ah! Let me get my power cables. Boy, they're just diving off the edge. Is there anybody behind me? I'm like the Pied Piper. I just drag them out of their hole. Yeah, the big guys do take a lot of finesse because they hurt when they hit. Okay. Can I, like, knock this guy over the head? Ugh, get out of here. Nope, he's gonna kill me. Okay, run again. Alright, we need a better plan. Is that encampment? It's right down here.
Yeah, I believe it's around the corner.
Yeah, let's go down there and see. Oh boy. A little dramatic. Let's run down this way. Maybe we can rest up for a bit instead of dying every time.
Oh, you really just let him die?
Oh, nope, we're in another neighborhood. Not a good neighborhood. There's zombies. I thought that encampment was here.
You're pretty close to
Okay,
it.
we're gonna swim for a minute. We'll get out of the way. I know, I really have him mad at me. Yeah, the weapon's breaking. I really want to go back and see if we can buy some stuff. Because for some reason, whatever scenario when I left off on the game that I had, that we're playing from, I
Right.
don't have anything. And that's not how you want to play this game. You want to have a little bit. Okay, here we go. Everybody's always mad.
Yeah, there is a bed in there too if you want to heal up.
Your stash. Oh, okay, here we go. I was going to say. So let's see if I have any good weapons or anything. I've got some rifles. What is it? Purple's the best?
Yeah, you're going to want some of those purple weapons.
Yeah. Let's grab that. And let's grab like one of these, and maybe... Do we have anything with reach? We'll take that and that. And then... Actually, do we have...
You can dump those gray weapons too.
What do we have in other junk here? Chemicals.
Because I believe if you have alcohol and like rags, I think you can make
That's what I was
the
wondering.
health
Yeah.
packs.
Power cables. Oh, I have 5 power cables right here. We don't even have to go back there.
So now you just need duct tape. You got 10 duct tape laying around?
Oh. That's a good point. So this is part of the stuff Brooks was talking about with the mobile version. You could add basically you would get stuff from the mobile version, just add it in. Now the problem with the mobile version on this game, you have to have like a certain phone and below.
Well, now
They don't support the app anymore. The service is still there as far as I know. Like the servers are there.
Okay.
But you have to have like an iPhone that's like 9.0 and below in terms of like the iOS. And Android, I think it's 4.0 and below or 5.0.
Gosh.
It's something to that effect, and you can still play it and get the stuff. They just never updated their... Oh, look at that, duct tape. We'll take all that, and yeah, let's get rid of some of these. Wait, no. Hang on. Add storage, add storage, add storage. Add storage. Oh, we can't. Oh, no, we can't. We'll keep those. Everything else, right? We have our cables, and we got our tape. Oh, we did have 9 lockpicks. I don't know why it didn't let me use it. Okay. Turn all that stuff into our buddies. So they're over this way. This is a different encampment. So they're this way. Yeah, crafting stuff takes... That's true. You can craft your own weapons, stuff like that. Yep. We don't have to worry about power cables. We got those. Now we can just report back. Oh, get me off the rock. And they are all the way over there. Wow, they're further than I thought. There wasn't anything in the water, was there?
To kill you? No.
And there wasn't anything to like... No, there were chests and things like that to get in the water.
There's stuff to get, but
There's stuff to get.
You're generally safe. Once you chart into too deep of water, it starts like using your energy. So
it kind of pushes us.
So you can't just like be like, I'm gonna jump off the bridge and swim and live or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
it's not like you can jump off of one bridge, swim all the way to another area.
Yeah.
They kind of tend to keep you from doing that. Let's see here. Anything in this bus? Yep. Yeah, there's all sorts of loot in here. There we go. Wow, look at this. It was loaded with stuff. It's all junk, but...
Yeah, this save's already at the point where you've already got... You're dealing with blue and purple and orange level gear and material, so white's not exactly getting anyone too excited. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
One hit. Oh, here comes the guys that are in the the protected gear.
It looks like you've got a battery on this thing, so I think you can even shock with it.
Oh, they're behind me. I don't have a lot of health, so I'm going to kind of zip past everybody. We'll go turn all this in. Yeah, you collect plants for crafting potion, or not, like health potions or whatever. Elixir. I don't know what you'd call them in this. Our guys were down here. There we go. Let's turn this in. Oh, we got to turn it in individually. He wanted the power cables. He wanted the duct tape.
I'm going to see what you got for your efforts on this one.
Yep.
Not convinced they...
Here's $6.
Yeah.
It's usually how it works. We're kind of away from the main base of the game, too. There's actually another area. Well, there's many areas. And to Brooks's point, you get like some pretty crazy stuff. You get zip lines and hooks and all sorts of stuff. But the original area starts in a big tower, and it's basically where all the survivors...
Yeah, what is it, like an abandoned hotel or set of apartments?
It's an abandoned hotel or apartments, yeah. Let's see. Bring it to us. They want some more stuff. Yeah, I remember this one. This is a pretty long quest chain, so we might jump over to a different quest as we're going through here. Maybe go back to the same area,
right,
where you start and just kind of show that off. Okay, what do they want now? Acquire sonar from the field HQ and which is located on the bridge. All right, well, we could probably go do that. So I take it that is the thing that they want me to go to. It's right there. Wait. No, that's my mouse. Get that out of here. Where is this thing?
Can you zoom out at all?
This is the area. It's on that bridge.
Okay.
They want me to go up there. So I think we can get over there?
I believe, if I recall, I think the way you do this is you got to climb up one side, and I think you might use like...
It looks like it's actually connected up there.
Because I thought you climbed one side to the top, to like the top part of the bridge, and then use the wire to go across the other side. Because you can't jump the gap.
No, it looks like it's connected, though. You might be right, but it looked like it was actually connected. Let's go up and we'll just run the bridge and see. It's pretty fun, though, and you can even find stuff in here, but it's pretty fun as you go, and you can... Oh, here's the lockpick now. Great. Now it wants to show me a lockpick. It's kind of like the Elder Scrolls lockpick system.
I enjoyed playing this.
Give me that, and give me that.
I enjoyed playing this single player.
Get me out of here.
I do think it especially shines when you're running around this with... You've got like some friends and everyone's rummaging and discovering.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the fun.
You can kind of use people to be bait or decoys as you're running around playing.
Did I see? Nope. I thought I saw some health. Yeah, no, the game was fun when you had a bunch of people playing. And you can have it to where anybody can join your game. It doesn't have to be just friends.
Right.
Which is kind of cool. Some people like that, playing with randoms, and some don't. So it just depends. Oh, this was part of probably the reason. It is Zombieville up here. Holy cow! No, I'm just gonna hop. Car hop. Ooh, they're coming. Yeah, they know I'm here now. Okay. Go. Go. You could not do this at night. They would be on you too fast. They run. They're super aggressive. Then there's these zombies that have the, poison on them?
I think so, yeah.
They're
that or
poisoned.
acid.
Yeah, something.
I think you can make it that bus on the right.
Yeah, I think we can. Jump on his head. Up onto the bus. Okay, now we got to get through there. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, get me up on here. Oh, you were right. It wasn't connected. How are we going to do this? I thought that little piece hanging over had it connected. Oof.
So if you turn around and look up... Okay.
You think you can go up there and then come down that wire?
I believe that's the trick.
Okay.
One of those sides
has a way up.
Has like a set of stairs or a ladder, yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. You can also have it set for random multiplayer invasions where another player can spawn in as a zombie. Yes, that's the cool thing. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's a very fun thing in Baltimore, where people can just like pop in and they're the zombie and they're chasing you. It gets really intense. Let's...
Just watch out for the dude on fire, because that fire will toast you.
Yeah, we won't be able to get away from him. There we go. Climb over. There we go. Much better. Alright, well... Can I walk up this thing?
No.
I'm on the wrong side then, aren't I? Yeah. I think I see where you can climb up. All right, here we go. A little bit more. Up and over. Up and over. Up, up. Okay, now. It's like right here. Is this what you were talking about? Mm-hmm. Okay, now we can maybe negotiate our way up here. And it's like all the way around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you end up hanging.
Yeah, like no fall type of stuff.
But you do get some cool views of it. He doesn't have a strength meter, does he? I don't remember that.
I don't think so.
No, I think you can hold on any to anything as long as you want. Let's see. We're going to have to find the next... Oh, okay. Here we go. There. Oh. It's not a door.
You're still going up.
We're still
Crossed
going
and up.
Oh, there we go. That's it. Zip line over. That's what you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And we're still going.
Then you've got a lock.
Is that how you did it? You broke the lock off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the orange is the lock, isn't it? Or is that my weapon?
Couple more swings.
Couple more swings. Okay, there we go. Okay, I might pass out. No. No, something's not right there.
So now that you've scaled across, can you go back outside and keep doing what you did? Just scale this side of the tower?
Do I not have... Wasn't it guns you shot locks off with?
There's a couple things I'm learning on the fly.
Yeah, that I don't remember.
It's been a minute.
Equip. It's been a little bit too for me. Maybe that lock just is not coming off there. Okay.
We're scaling.
Yeah, let's see if we can scale. No, we might not. I think that maybe is the thing you have to do. Unless you can go up that pipe. I don't think so.
Well, it's I definitely think it's not the lock at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like it, does it?
I don't think you're going down. I think try that pipe. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I can't shoot the locks. Oh, you can't break that. Okay. Oh, I slipped. I stepped backwards. We're dead. Let's see where we ended up. I was actually the next... Oh, see there, it's talking about up in the left-hand corner, the Dying Light companion app. That's what we were mentioning.
Yeah.
The app that you have to have an old phone for.
Ooh, brutal.
Ah, okay.
Back to the bottom.
Well, we know how to get up there. But what do we do when we get up there? Okay, well, Baltimore's saying look to see if you have the blueprint for the hook. I don't think I do. I don't think I had gotten that far yet.
I think the grappling hook, if I recall, once you get to the second area, that's was where you get that.
Yeah.
But I also thought you could break that lock off, so,
I don't see the grappling hook, so I'm going to say that we don't have that. But what we can do, because I don't think we'll be able to get through that area, we could probably scale it again and get caught up and not be able to find our way there. What we could do is go back to the beginning area.
It's still day, so I think you can fast travel at some kind of cost.
The bounty board. Is that it? Let's see if we can travel there. No.
Can you go left anymore on the map?
Yeah. No, yeah. Let's see. Where was that? Bounty board.
Maybe you can fast travel?
I thought you could fast travel, but yeah, for some reason I think that's where we want to go. if we want to go back to kind of the beginning area. So if we kind of point towards our waypoint now, we should be able to get there. And this will just show a little bit more of the vicinity. We do have a gun, so we can shoot, but the problem was it was a limited amount of ammo.
Yeah, not...
It's not really a lot. Like,
it wasn't as limited as Dead Island, which was extremely limited ammo, but
yeah,
you really had to pick and choose where you were going to be shooting. And then I think there's also an element of, and this might only be night, but I think when you shoot, it automatically attracts everything.
Yes.
So it kind of, there's like this
You really don't ever want to use your weapon.
Yeah.
Because they come running. We'll just hop our way through. Ooh. And I think... Yeah, we gotta kind of... Oh! There's something behind us. Gotta kind of cut our way through the access tunnels. Boy, everything's always on fire.
Well, yeah, because you've got the acid, the fire, and the electricity. I think are the three
Like
elements or whatnot
yeah,
that you kind of deal with.
Yeah, that's true. And there's bags you can just stop. Now, see, they run up on me. We won't do that again.
Yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff. I mean, you've got as you're running around, I think, if I recall, there's like armored trucks or police trucks that you can knock into or take down or whatever, and those have got
the better
pouches,
stuff. Yeah.
the rare stuff. Yeah.
And then there are even vehicles in the game too for the DLC. So if you buy the enhanced edition, you get like buggies or something.
See, I've never played in the third following area, but yes, there is the buggy. I know that you get in that. I've only ever seen it online though.
And I don't think we'll check before we shut down the show tonight. We'll see if we can access anything else. I don't think I forget how you access the DLC in it. I have it. As far as I know, I have it. If not, I should have got it. Because this is a good game, and it's fun to play. Where we need to go is actually that way. And there's one running. There we go. And you run into all sorts of personalities as you go through here. There was a couple people that are gun runners. There's people that are trafficking.
Yep.
Other people, as far as I remember. There's a lot of story in it. Another big guy. And I've ran out of stamina, so they're chasing me and I'm dying. Oh, they're coming out of there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they further build on all of this, because the first game is itself very, very complete.
Yes.
So
yeah,
I'm pretty stoked to see what they come up with, even in that 20-minute demo.
We're gonna run.
There's a tremendous amount they're doing there, and I mean, it starts off with narrative, but the scale of the game's huge. I mean, the buildings in this game get tall. They're 5, 10. Later in the game, you get up to 15 and 20 stories.
Yeah.
That new one's got borderline skyscrapers that you're, hooking between.
Oh, now I'm kind of screwed. Oh, well, I'm back on the ground. Oh, and of course, there's a zombie that followed me down, too. I think there's like a safe zone up here. That's what I was trying to get up to. This is not the actual beginning area, but it's close to it. Ooh.
Risky.
A little risky. Okay, there we go. Now we're in another safe zone. So you can see we're in a different area of the map, but you can grab bounties. So these are like, you got to go after what, certain zombies or certain things in the area.
Yeah.
You got to go after. So that, let me just see here. I'm going to try and see if we can't save here and maybe go see if we can look at some of the other DLC. I'm not 100% sure if you can start it up right from any point or if you have to do anything specific. So let's quit out here. Let's check the DLC. DLC PAX. So that's the following.
Become Kyle Crane. Discover a brand new, breathtaking region. Okay. That makes me think it's somewhere inside of the main game.
Yeah.
So
that might be the scenario. You can see all the different ones. With the enhanced edition, you get everything. And it's just like skins and stuff like that.
Yep.
That you get access to.
I think if I recall, I want to say there's like they had to have put Battle Royale in this. I think at some point.
No, weren't they making their own Battle Royale game? Maybe they did add it into this.
Okay.
You're right. Maybe they did. Let's just look at... Oh, there it is. Going to be a new game. We got a few minutes. Let's see if we can get into it.
Okay.
So the following... That was the buggy.
Yeah.
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 Where you actually have a car kind of thing.
The only reason I'm even very familiar with it, because I had kind of played my fair share of this, but when we were all playing Ark together, after that had happened, a couple of the guys that we played with, they had never played this before, so they bought the enhanced edition.
So they got everything.
And they were like, yeah, we're in this area, and there's cars, and they were telling us all sorts of stuff that they were doing in this that I'd never heard about.
A way out.
Yeah, so I think that this is the whole side of it. Like, this is a whole nother map, and it's all driving, and it's more like planes and
Okay.
stuff like planes in terms of like not like the flying plane, but a plane in terms of like the grass and all that stuff.
Got it. Okay.
Stay away! Stay away! You don't understand. The mother.
Let's see, we'll full screen it for a minute. I don't know if we get a vehicle right away, but I'd have to imagine they give it to you pretty early.
Yeah, this is new content to me. I'm not super certain on how this all plays.
The following is, you're basically following up on a rumor of a cure. That's how it is.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Let's go check it out then. Well, we're in the sewer.
Great.
This is probably the hideout.
Great.
Yeah, it looks oh! Okay. What? Did I die, or... I think I did. No.
Nope.
Nope, I just ended up in a different area. I don't know if I want to jump into that.
I don't think you get a choice.
Yeah, I don't think so. Ugh. Who knows what's in this water? You get the buggy after a while, okay. So you may not be able to drive like right away. But it's definitely... Well, there were some of the cave environments that you would find stashes in and things like that that looked like this. Can I not climb up here? There we go. Huh. My health is low again. Fantastic.
Seems to be a theme of the
Yeah.
evening.
It's just constantly is the same thing over and over. Get me outside. Okay. Looks definitely a little bit more open. No city, or less of a city. We are way up there, though. Ooh. See if we can climb our way up. We're going to have to find a zip line, maybe, or... Find someone who knows more about the rumor. Who? Man, those are some
Risky jumps.
some risky jumps. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know if I'd be taking those. You can catch me doing that. A little bit of traversing. We'll make our way around. This is the which kind of game is it? Where you have that, like, you look over to the edge and you jump to the other side. Ooh.
What's this now?
Remember what kind of game? Oh, Assassin's Creed. That was the Assassin's Creed jump, where you look at the other wall and you jump and you make it all the way. That's what I was thinking.
Got it, yeah.
It was the Assassin's Creed jump. Alright, let's see. We'll make our way around here. We're getting down there. Like, at this point, I would think you could jump
What do you got to lose?
and survive. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We're in dive mode.
Oh, okay. That was way easier than that risky scaling you were doing.
I know. Let me grab that fish. Nope. Uh-oh. Wow, we went pretty deep on that. Ugh. Where'd I jump from? Up there? Yeah, that's pretty high.
That was a jump. That was a jump.
I don't know if you'd be doing that. It might not be diving in. I guess if you jumped in feet first, you probably break all your legs, right? Because it's like, what's the trick? You got to throw something in the water to make the ripples, so you can break the. Because if you jump into flat water, it's like jumping into concrete.
I've
if
heard
water's
this.
rippling, you can jump at any distance.
I've heard this. I've only ever jumped off of like a second-story roof into a pool.
Yeah, trust me.
So
I
it's
don't know
like
anything.
10 or 15 feet. I mean,
Yeah.
you were,
At the most, right, kind of thing. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting, like, little entrance into the game, or a little introduction into the game, Baltimore. I like the open environment looks pretty nice too. It's definitely different than that whole city you run around in.
Yeah.
But you were way up there too. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Zombies? Zombies as always. It's like irrigation channels, so I'm taking it like you're in like farmland. Wow, there's a little bit of zombies here. Look at that. That's a whole field. That knows I'm here right now. Oh, it's this way. Oh, must be the encampment or whatever that you were looking to go find. I just jumped your fence, sorry. Smuggler. I guess maybe that's the other side. I remember the smugglers were... There were smugglers in the actual game. In the base game.
Okay. I don't recall that off the top of my head, but I certainly believe that.
Let's see. I would really love us to be able to jump in jump in a little vehicle. But it may be a little bit further off, as Baltimore said.
I think you're still chatting with the leader or whatever.
Yeah, you probably have to build your own vehicle or something like that. Talk to Jassar. Well, who's this guy? Him? Kind of reminds me of Far Cry 5 a little bit.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some Far Cry here. There's been some portions where I feel like I'm playing Days Gone again.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit of that too. We can't get in any of those. He's in the barn. Where is the barn? This barn?
I think to your back left, where the exclamation point is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, back here. little bit of like cult or something like that.
Something like that.
Nope, not looking for food. They help smuggle people through quarantine zones. Gotcha.
Okay.
No one wants you here. Okay, nice. Find someone willing to talk with you. You walk out, you get hit in the head. Oh, there's somebody who'll talk. The rest of the loonies.
Like 6.
Oh, of course, this guy's selling stuff.
Like 6 gold chains.
Yeah. Yeah. Surprise one isn't like a gold canary on a necklace. He didn't make it. It's got a lot of story to it. So that's basically the game itself. This is just a little bit of the DLC. We went through the beginning of the base game, or the middle part of the base game, really is what you were looking at. We had played from a save that I had. So, you get a little bit of an idea of what the game has. It's got a lot of story. It's got a lot of action. Once you're playing it for a while and you get the hang of it, you can craft a ton of stuff.
Well, crafting's a really
big thing. Yeah,
that we didn't really touch on as we.
You're making a lot of weapons.
You're finding blueprints, which means you got to go farm, and farming requires certain specific components or enemies or whatnot. So.
And the area is pretty big.
Yeah.
It keeps you entertained. As long as you like first-person open world, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, they're still trying to set us up as partners. But I'd probably say once you get the buggy in the game, it really opens up. Yeah, and I'd probably say we're a little bit further off, like you said, Baltimore. So we'll probably stop it here.
Mm-hmm.
Cover that. We're good. We've got no shows coming up, so there's no more PAX or anything we have to run to, which is nice.
No traveling.
So
no short weeks. So
yeah, we've got a new. Look for a vehicle at the nearest farm. Is it going to let us drive? We could try that. It's going to sucker me into doing something, and we're not going to be able to do it. How far are we talking? It's not too far. Do we want to run and go over there and see? Do we get a chance to drive? I would like to drive something real fast. It's not too far. We'll run over there.
I feel like we're going to get there.
And the car's going to be dead.
And it's going to be like, go get some gas. Go get the battery. Go get the tire.
Yeah,
Or something
you know
along
what?
those lines, right?
It's just reeling me in. It's got me hooked. Oh, thank you for throwing the link in chat, Baltimore. So that's the game. You can purchase it on WildTangent. It's basically a Steam game because it has multiplayer, and you have to use Steam's multiplayer. So if you purchase it here, you can get a discount on it, and then you can activate it on your Steam account. It's a Steam key. But yeah, we don't have any shows coming up, so that's nice. We can spend time doing work and everything next week. That'll be the first full week back in quite some time.
I think it's been like a month since we've had like a full week. No one's been traveling. There's no show. It's been So the last month has been not that we don't always say that it's busy, but especially there's been a bunch of irons in the fire. So now I think we're kind of set to get us through.
Well, guess what? We're taking this and getting out of here. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Hey, this is all right. for a game that didn't have driving in it originally, this is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Can you drive through the fence?
Can I do what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do a little bit of zombie hunting. Ooh.
Your buggy's in really bad shape, though.
Yeah. We're kind of Dukes of Hazarding this the whole way around, so let's get out of here. But yeah, this will be the first week in quite some time, so we'll be back next week
Yep.
with some different games. We're going to try, like I said, we're going to try to probably put something together with Unrailed,
Right.
because that launches on the 9th. That is Monday, so that's actually a early access game. It's kind of like Overcooked,
Yep.
but with trains, and you're setting train tracks down, and you're running the train around. It'll be pretty fun. And then we also have a ton of Take-Two games to get through.
Right.
So we may end up doing some. What did we say next week was going to be? We were thinking.
Well, we're gonna have GTA up next week. There'll
Yep.
be Mafia will be up next week.
Mafia 3 is the one we were
Yeah.
also thinking. So it might be. We might be playing Mafia 3 and Unrailed next week
Yeah.
on the show, and then we've got like WWE and NBA coming up the following week. So
Yeah, we have Civs in our pocket. We've got a few other games we kind of haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
I think are kind of, might be a little more like October-ish, but
yeah, we're thinking way ahead of like the games we're going to be pushing out. But then there's also games that we don't even have launched yet that we're going to be looking at. So indie
Yep.
games, things like that. So whatever makes relevancy or whatever makes it relevant, we'll try to play that. Here, you want to drive while I close it down? Get a chance to check it out. But we are going to call the show here today, and hope you enjoyed checking out a little bit of Dying Light. Dying Light, the full enhanced edition, is available, so that's the link that Baltimore put in chat, so you can check that out. And we appreciate everybody for stopping in. It's always fun to kind of show these games off, and I never got a chance to see the following DLC, so that was kind of
yeah,
nice.
I had never seen this either.
Yeah, we should have played this part. If I knew it was accessible in the beginning, we should have played that from the beginning. But we do. WWE, we're going to start launching those games not next week, but the following week. So 2 weeks from now, roughly. They'll be on the front page and everything, Donna. So we will probably have one or two of those to play. Might end up playing the NBA game and the WWE that week on the show here. So it's gonna depend, really, what we end up playing. But it'll be one of each. If not, wrestling's always fun, so we'll probably end up playing a lot of that.
Go down memory lane. I watched quite a bit of wrestling growing up.
Oh yeah, we both did. But we appreciate everybody being here. Have a great weekend. We'll be here next Thursday, and then obviously we'll have our Wednesday show on Facebook if anybody's interested. I know Donna watches that one with us too. So hopefully we'll see everybody next week. Until then, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy.
Bye.